Hi guys and welcome to Fandom Newbie. My name is Shruti and today I'm going to be giving you 25 book recommendations for beginners. Now, I have done quite a few book for beginners videos in the past, but I feel like based off of a lot of the feedback that you guys have given me, as well as some questions that you guys keep on asking me, I can update those videos and make them a lot more informative. So while some of the recommendations might be repeated, I still have, I feel, information that might be good for you guys within this video. The way I'm going to be kind of recommending my books in this video is based off of three things. The first thing is I'm going to segment the books according to genre. So within each genre, I'm going to be recommending the 5 best books for beginners. Then I'm also going to be telling you guys the age rating for these books because a lot of you keep asking me this question. And the third thing I'm going to do is kind of plot these books on a difficulty scale. Now, all of these books are very, very easy to read, but some of them might be a bit more complex than the others. So I'm going to give you that information so that you can make the most informed decision to which book you should start with. So yeah, I hope this video is really helpful to you guys. There are a lot of books to get through, so I'm just going to jump right into the video. Number 1, Maus by Art Spiegelman. This is a graphic novel and it is based on the life of Art Spiegelman's parents who were Jewish and they lived at the time of the Nazi occupation of Poland. So it basically talks about how Art Spiegelman's parents escaped from the Nazis, how they hid from them, and then eventually how they got caught and put into concentration camps. So it is the story of their struggle, their resilience, and it is told in such a simple but such a beautiful way also. It's an amazing book. So if you're interested in that part of history, like World War II history, definitely check it out. Number 2, A Murder on Malabar Hill by Sujata Massey. This book is set in Bombay in the 1920s, and while it is a historical fiction book, it also has a murder mystery aspect to it, which makes it very, very interesting. The main character is Parveen Mistry, who is the first female solicitor in Bombay. And basically, she's investigating a murder that has happened in a bungalow on Malabar Hill. This book is especially great if you live in Mumbai or you're from Mumbai, because you will find so many aspects of this book absolutely relatable, because the way 1920s Bombay is described in this book is exquisite and it is so good, and it is just so immersive and well written. It is one of the best historical fiction books set in India that I have read so far, so definitely check it out. Number 3, The Girl Who Came Home by Hazel Gaynor. This book is based on the Titanic, and I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I absolutely love the Titanic. Not just the movie, but like everything related to the Titanic. I am obsessed with that part of history. And this book follows the lives of a few Irish passengers who were in the 3rd class on the Titanic, and it follows their journey from when they left Ireland and until they got onto the ship, and when the ship sinks, what happens to them. And it is emotional and beautiful, and if you love Titanic the movie, I feel like you will find this book very, very interesting. Number 4, A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini. I've spoken about this book multiple times on my channel and I absolutely love this book. This book follows the lives of 2 women, Leila and Maryam, as they struggle through all of the oppressive systems that are put in place against women in Afghanistan. And it is the story of their strength and their resilience and just how they get through all of these tough times. And it is beautifully told, and it is very, very simply told as well. Like, the story is simple, the language is simple, but the way Khaled Hosseini describes emotions and the way he describes the lives of these women and the things that they have to go through is beautifully described. And this book will emotionally destroy you, it will make you cry, and it'll just make you feel everything. So definitely check it out. It is an emotional roller coaster, but it is worth it. And number 5, The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. This book is also set during World War II times, and it basically follows the life of a German family that decides to hide a Jew in their house and what happens because of that, the consequences of that, and also how the lives of these people are changed by this Jewish man living in their house. Again, like, I feel like I say this for every book, but this book is beautiful. It is so good, and it is told from the perspective of death, which just makes the entire story so chilling and just so amazing to read. It is absolutely beautiful. It's one of the best books I have ever read, and it will always have a special place in my heart. So if you haven't read this book, I highly, highly, highly recommend The Book Thief because it is just perfect. Number 1, Dopahari by Pankaj Kapoor. This book was originally written in Hindi, but it has been translated in English, and I read the English version and absolutely loved it. This book talks about the life of an extremely lonely widow who is living in a Haveli in Lucknow, and how her life changes when she gets a tenant who will live with her in her Haveli, and the bond that forms between her and her tenant. This book is extremely simple. Like, the story is simple, the language is simple, but the way Pankaj Kapoor has described each character is amazing, and just like each character is so quirky, each character is funny in their own way, and they provide so much life and light to the story. It is really simple but very, very well crafted. Number 2, Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. This book is a perfect book for teenagers because it really talks about that time in your life when you're just trying to figure things out. You're trying to figure out who you're in love with. You're trying to figure out what to do with your career. You're trying to figure out so many different things. And this book talks about all of that. It really captures the essence of being a teenager, the confusion that you might have during that time, and it explores so many different topics like exploring your sexuality, exploring career choices, exploring following your heart versus following your mind, and it is so well written and so well captured. I recommend listening to the audiobook version of this because part of this book is actually a podcast, and the way the audiobook has narrated the podcast is very, very immersive. So yeah, definitely check out this book and check out the audiobook. Number 3, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brashers. This book series is again perfect for teenage girls. I read this book when I was young and I absolutely fell in love with the themes of friendship, love, and sisterhood. It is so, so good. It follows the lives of 4 teenage girls who discover these magic pants that happen to fit all of them perfectly. And all of them are of different sizes and shapes, but these pants fit all of them. And it basically follows the adventures that these girls go on when they are wearing those pants. These books essentially talk about growing up. So again, it's the same themes of discovering who you are, having your first crush or your first love, and everything that you go through in your teenage years captured through the lens of 4 teenagers who are just best friends. And it is beautiful and so much fun to read. So again, highly recommend. Number 4, Ghachar Ghochar by Vivek Shandbag. This book captures the life of an Indian family who has kind of like a rags to riches tale. So basically they start off as poor and then their life changes and they start making money and they become very rich, and it basically captures their journey and also the way money changes certain aspects of the relationships between the people of the family. It really captures the essence of Indian family dynamics really well. It captures what it means to be middle class in Indian society or upper middle class in Indian society, and it captures those nuances so well. So yeah, super relatable, very easy to read and understand. Plus the ending is a little bit crazy and shocking, and yeah, I won't say much about it, but like yeah, that ending is a little bit crazy, and because of that I feel you guys have to check out this book. It's a really small book as well. I think again under 150 pages, so definitely check it out. And number 5, The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri. I have talked about this book again multiple times on my channel. It follows the life of an Indian immigrant family that is moved from India to the US, and it talks about their journey, how they adjust, especially the kids, how they adjust to life in the US and kind of like East versus West and how they navigate that entire thing. It is a coming of age story that is beautifully written by Jhumpa Lahiri, filled with emotions, filled with nuance, and just everything that makes a good story. So again, highly, highly recommend. Number 1, Two States by Chetan Bhagat. Yes, I'm recommending a Chetan Bhagat book, and no, I've not gone crazy. This book is honestly my favorite Chetan Bhagat book, and I find it super duper relatable. Especially if you've been in a wedding situation where it's like a clash of two cultures, I feel like this book is very, very relatable. Yes, it does play up on the stereotypes of North Indians and South Indians, which I don't like. Like, you should never play upon those stereotypes, and this book does that. But I feel the only reason he's done that is to make it very relatable, which it is. Yeah, super entertaining, very, very easy to read, very fast paced, so check it out. Number 2, Those Pricey Thakur Girls by Anuja Chauhan. This book series is set in the 1980s in Delhi, and it follows the life of the Thakur family and the Thakur sisters as they navigate love and they navigate career choices and all of that. This book is honestly just mirch masala raised to infinity. It is so entertaining and so much fun, and Anuja Chauhan's writing is super duper simple. The great thing about her writing is that she actually incorporates Hindi as well into her writing, so that the way she writes is the way we speak. So there's a lot of Hinglish slang in her writing. So there's like words like array and yaar. I mean, this is just like the simple ones, but there's also other words, especially like Hindi galis. There are a lot of Hindi galis in this, which is like refreshing and fun to read in an English book. So it just makes it very, very fun and entertaining to read this book. Again, there is family drama, there's romance, and just so much mirch masala that it feels like you're reading a Bollywood movie, which makes it super duper fun. So yeah, again, highly recommended. Number 3, To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. This book series captures what it feels like to be a teenager and falling in love for the first time. It follows the life of Lara Jean, who is a young teenager who just feels a lot of emotions. And she's had a lot of extremely high intensity crushes on a bunch of guys, and because she couldn't express it to those guys, she's written them all love letters. And one day, those love letters get sent out to all the guys that she has written them to. And this leads to a lot of drama and a lot of crazy things that happen. And it is super fun and entertaining to read. And it made me feel like I was a teenager again. Like, it gave me those butterflies in my stomach kind of feel. And yeah, very entertaining, very, very fun. Check it out. Number 4, Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Science. I love this book. This book is so well written, and it is just perfect, like in every shape and form. The way Ari and Dante's relationship is described, especially their friendship and the struggles that they're going through in terms of like coming to terms with their sexuality, the relationship that they have with their parents, everything is so beautifully written in this book, and it is just so beautifully described that it's one of those books that makes you laugh, it makes you cry, it makes you feel so many different things like happiness, love, sadness, so many different emotions, and it's told in a very, very simple way. The way that Benjamin Alire Science writes is he writes extremely short sentences. Like, the way he structures his sentences is very unique. Like, they're very, very short, so it almost feels like poetry, but it's not really poetry because it's simple. Like, I can't explain it. It's really unique. It was a very, very unique writing style that I saw him take, and it was just a really unique reading experience that I absolutely loved. So yeah, highly, highly recommend this book. Definitely check it out because it is gold. And number 5, The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This book is everyone's favorite romance book. I feel like everyone loves this book, everyone raves about this book, and with reason, because it is an amazing book. Yes, it is definitely more complex than the other books that I have mentioned in this, but the story is simple enough to understand. Some of the things, the way that John Green writes can be a little convoluted sometimes, but the essence of the story is very simple. This story follows the love story between 2 cancer survivors and how they have to not just battle, like, you know, the normal relationship things that people go through, but also have to battle cancer and just staying alive to be with each other. And it is it's just a very emotional roller coaster of a book that will definitely make you cry. So keep a lot of tissues with you while you are reading this book. And yeah, beautifully written, slightly convoluted in some places, but simple enough that you will enjoy and understand it. Number 1, Sniper's Eye by Mehnak Dhar. This book is action-packed, it's fast-paced, and it really feels like a Bollywood movie with Hrithik Roshan or Tiger Shroff. Like, seriously. It basically follows an investigation where there is a terrorist who is killing highly influential people all over India with a sniper gun, and our main character is kind of involved in this whole thing where he actually becomes a target for this terrorist. So then he has to solve the mystery as to what is going on. And like, everything that happens in this book is like a Bollywood movie, and it is so entertaining and so fun because of that. Again, this is quite a short book, and there is not a dull moment that like happens. It's just like go right from the beginning, and very, very entertaining because of that. So you will not feel bored if you read this book. Number 2, Susanna's Seven Husbands by Ruskin Bond. This book is the novella on which the Bollywood movie Saath Khoon Maaf was based on, and it was actually extremely creepy and extremely entertaining to read. It basically follows the journey of Susanna as she is trying to discover who is her true love, and in doing this she has 7 husbands, all of whom die under very mysterious circumstances. So basically it's like, one would think that it is Susanna who is murdering all her husbands, but that is the mystery. Is she actually murdering them, or are they all dying of like natural causes, as it might seem? It's a very simple story, but it's quite gripping and super easy to get through, so check it out. Number 3, The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. I think that's how you pronounce his name. This book, honestly, if I have to say, is not one of my favorite books. I don't really like it so much, but I feel as a beginner, this is a great place to start in the thriller genre, because this book is addictive AF. Like, the way this book is crafted and written just makes you want to binge read this book in one sitting and like find out what happens next. It basically follows a mental health professional who is interviewing this lady who has been suspected of killing her husband. But after she kills her husband, instead of like either denying the whole thing or accepting that she's guilty, she just completely clams up and she stops speaking. So the mental health professional is trying to get her to speak so that he can solve the mystery of who actually killed her husband. So yeah, the story is super gripping. It is very, very binge worthy. And while I guessed the ending of this book and I found it predictable, I know that a lot of other people haven't found it predictable, so you might really enjoy the ending, which I didn't really enjoy, but you might actually enjoy the ending. So yeah, I feel this is a really great entry-level thriller book, so check it out. Number 4, One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus. Basically, 5 students enter a detention hall, and during that detention time, one of them is killed, which means that the others in the detention hall are the only suspects of the murder. Now, the interesting thing about this is that each other person in the hall has multiple secrets to hide, which makes it very difficult to guess who the murderer is, what is going on, and it's an extremely thrilling ride that will keep you at the edge of your seat and really, really keep you guessing as to who is the killer. So yeah, again, really, really recommend this book. And number 5, The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. This is one of the most action-packed thriller books ever. It is so entertaining and so much fun to read, and just so gripping and thrilling that like you will not be able to put this book down once you start reading it. And it's just an extreme roller coaster of action, entertainment, thrill, and fun. This book follows our main character Robert Langdon, who is a symbologist, and he is trying to solve a murder which takes him through a journey of different cults and symbols and mythologies and religion, and just takes him through so many different conspiracy theories that it's just very, very interesting and so entertaining. Number 1. A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. Now, this series follows the 3 Baudelaire orphans who are running away from the crazy Count Olaf, who wants to catch them, kill them, and steal their fortune. So basically, each book is an adventure that follows the Baudelaire orphans running away from the crazy Count Olaf, and how they kind of defeat him and also don't fall prey to his schemes, or how they escape from his schemes. And it is just really fun, and each book is very fast-paced, clever, and very intelligently written, so check it out. Number 2, The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. Now, this is another book that is very relatable for us Indians, because we have grown up with the Jungle Book cartoons, and we have grown up with stories of Mowgli, Bagheera, Bhalu, just all of these characters. And that's why I feel like it is essential that everyone should read the source material by Rudyard Kipling, because this book is just really fun to read, and it is filled with adventure, it is filled with quirky, amazing characters, and it is quite simply written, because again, it is written for children, so very easy to understand, and it's very entertaining. So yeah, another book you should definitely read. Number 3, Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. This book is a story of barnyard animals, but it is still such an emotional book that will make you cry. Like, I am not kidding. This is another book that you need to have a box of tissues by your side, because even though it's about barnyard animals, you will weep while reading this book. This book touches upon so many human emotions that are told through the personification of these animals, and it touches upon things like love, friendship, loss, grief, just very human emotions, and it's written in a beautiful, endearing, and emotional way that will just leave you emotionally destroyed. Trust me, you're going to cry when you read this book, but you're also going to really fall in love with it. Number 4, The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. This book is a French book that has been translated into English, and it's one of the most magical books that I have read. This book basically follows the thought-provoking conversations that take place between the narrator and a character called the Little Prince. And these thought-provoking conversations are so meaningful and they're so philosophical that honestly, I feel like this book is actually more like meant for adults than it is for children, because it has lessons that every single adult should know about and learn and read. It is told in such a beautiful and magical way that you can't help but be inspired when you read this book. So again, definitely check it out. It's one of those extremely magical books that is very simply written and very easy to understand, but which can change your life. And number 5, Holes by Louis Sachar. This book follows our main character Stanley, who has been falsely accused of a theft, and because of this he is thrown into a juvenile correction facility. And basically, to atone for his crime, like, one of the things he has to do in this juvenile facility is dig holes. That might sound weird, but again, the lessons that are there in this book and the themes which are there in this book are very meaningful, and it talks about things like family dynamics and relationships. It talks about just the criminal justice system in general, and it's a meaningful book. It's also a funny book. Like, Louis Sachar's writing is hilarious. He writes very funny books. So if you haven't checked out this book, or if you haven't checked out this author, then again, highly recommended. So yeah, that was my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys found it useful, and I hope you enjoyed my recommendations. I know some of them are repeated, but I hope that adding these different layers to it helped you in some way in deciding which books should be the first one that you check out on your reading journey. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big fat thumbs up. Leave a comment down below letting me know which is the first book you ever read in your reading journey. I would love to know. And also, if you have other recommendations, then leave them down in the comments, because I would love to check them out. And of course, do subscribe to my channel for more book related videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.